I had previously mentioned a few tried and tested methods to spot valuable NFTs. However, you can also increase the price of an NFT that you already own. If you are an active seller in the NFT marketplace, then you should know that it is possible to increase the prices of an NFT that you have created or own. That is exactly what I am going to discuss in this video. Of course, it is not as simple and straightforward as valuation strategies, but you can make some amazing profits if you follow them correctly. The first method is actually quite simple but immensely effective. You should try to tie up with other artists and brands. By this, I do not mean creators like Beeple, Bored Ape, or The Weeknd. Your collaborations can also be with NFT platforms such as OpenSea or Nifty Gateway. For example, suppose you have bought an NFT named X for $100 and want to increase its price. You can approach Nifty Gateway and collaborate with them to release an exclusive NFT drop around X. Not only will you get an authentic brand name, but you will also be promoted on their newsletters and promotional emails. This way, you can set your prices at a premium of $300 or $400. So you do not have to wait for a year hoping that your NFT's price will increase due to some external factors. You can adopt this strategy as soon as a month after your initial purchase. Believe me, it is not that difficult. Nifty Gateway is known to partner with small artists and resellers, so it is completely possible for them to tie up with you too. Also, let me give you a bonus tip. If you go for platform collaborations, then always list your NFTs under auction even if you have set higher prices. It just adds to your profits. The next method also requires you to collaborate but in a different way. Here, you can tie up with any kind of organization to provide benefits to your buyers. For example, suppose you purchase an NFT named X for $400. Now, you do not want to wait for months to gain a profit, so you approach an environmental group. You can partner with them even if they are not involved in the NFT space. You can list X at a higher price and mention that a certain percentage of your earnings will go towards funding their cause. This is a great way to attract younger buyers because most of their purchase decisions are politically motivated. You can charge $1,000 for X and donate $200 from your earnings to the organization. You will still earn a profit of $400. Of course, you can also release multiple copies of X and earn even more through higher sales volumes. The next method is to add an item of value to your existing NFT. For example, suppose you purchase a Spider-Man NFT for $500. On top of that, you have also bought early bird tickets to the premiere of Spider-Man No Way Home for $40. You can now add that ticket as a bonus item to your NFT and charge anything for it. You can even increase the price to $1,000 if you want. The craze for such high-profile events will definitely spark an interest in buyers who are fans of Spider-Man. Please note that this method only works if the item of value is connected to an upcoming event of importance. For the final method, you can follow a more patient route if you are an artist. Suppose you have created an NFT with a particular theme. Now, you want to sell it for a very high price but are willing to wait. So what you can do is release a series of cheaper NFTs that are connected to your main NFT through its theme. You can promote your cheaper NFTs as a series of digital art pieces building up to one big final. So even if you only grab the attention of 2 or 3 buyers, you can be certain that they will pay higher prices for the final piece of the puzzle. The best part is that you can still earn profits on your cheaper NFTs, so you will not be losing any money in the process. This way, you can start off with $20 or $30 NFTs, and then sell your main piece for $200 or $300. It is like you are creating your own pricing through small-scale marketing. Now, I am going to talk about an untested method that has some potential, but does not have any results to back it up. There is great risk in this method, so choose it wisely. Suppose you have bought an NFT named X for $100. This NFT does not have any big artist or brand name attached to it. Despite this, you should list it at a price of around $10,000 on a platform like OpenSea. There's no reason for you to do this, but you can spark an interest in some of the buyers in the market. They might want to know what is so special about your NFT. You can add more substance by writing an attractive description about X. You can even mention something like how the NFT connects to your idea about a certain concept. For example, suppose NFT X is about a dog chasing a cat. Even if you do not know what it means, you can just add a description stating that you believe X relates to the circle of life. It might just catch someone's eye, and they will buy X at whatever price you list it. Please remember, this is a high-risk method, and I am only suggesting it because of what I have noticed in my research. So make your decision wisely. With the NFT marketplace growing larger than ever, there is a lot of scope to explore other options, but it will require more time and research. However, these strategies can help you earn more in less time. If you want to learn about spotting valuable NFTs, then check out this video. I have a lot more content coming up soon, so make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel to keep yourself updated. I will see you soon.